Squatting is an important exercise, and I'd argue it's even more important from the standpoint of being able to get into a position that your body was designed to be able to get into. For example, if you look at children, all children can squat. The only reason why adults can't squat is because we spend so much time sitting that we've lost our ability to do so. Now, that being said, regaining your squat doesn't have to be something that's all that complicated. For most people, what it comes down to is a lack of ankle mobility. For example, if you've tried to get into the bottom position of a squat, what you may have noticed is that you cannot keep your heels on the floor, and you can only get into a position like this where your heels are up. Now, you could just hold this position for 1 or 2 minutes just like this, but a lot of times people feel like they're constantly going to fall backwards or lose balance or whatever, and obviously that's not super conducive to holding a stretch for a long period of time, right? You don't want to feel like you're going to fall down or fall over. So a really easy fix for this is to just elevate the heels to take the ankle mobility out of the equation. You can use something like a stick. All you're going to do, place your heels on the stick, and what you should notice almost instantly is that this exercise becomes so much easier. And that's because, again, you've taken out the flexibility requirement of your ankles. Once you do this, you should feel more stable. You should feel like you can actually sit up a little bit taller and be a little bit more comfortable in the position, and that's going to allow you to hold it for a longer period of time. My go-to setup for something like this is getting into this position and holding it for at least 2 minutes at a time. What you'll notice is that if you do that even once a week, but preferably twice a week, your squat is going to improve very, very rapidly. Let me show you what it looks like from the front just so you can get a better idea of what this looks like. Generally speaking, we want to try to keep our feet pointed forward as best we can. We don't want our squat to be too wide or too narrow, but if you have to make it a little bit wider or a little bit narrower, depending upon what's comfortable for you, go ahead and do so. And then once you're in this position, just make sure that you're sitting all the way on your heels with your butt. Sit up as tall as you can and just hold.